they introduced a new feature into the app where it gives me a countdown for the live. So awesome, nice. So that was a nice surprise for me. Now, welcome everybody to Not Technically Perfect, and I am your host Richard Struther, as always. And we're going to be talking today. I wanted to just kind of touch up on a point from yesterday. We were talking cable management. Is there a way to consolidate cables? Um, was the question? And yes, yes and no. There are ways to consolidate the mess of cables that come down from the back of the computer or the back of TV, but you have to get creative with your wiring, and it usually winds up adding adapters. So you wind up with more actual wires. It takes some creativity. Um, if you want to learn more about this, I really, really recommend that this is something that's more private consult, because um, it's a matter of how complicated you want to get or not. Because if you start adding boxes, yes, you can consolidate cables down to like one wire, and you can have, like, instead of having 6 cables coming down from the TV, you could have one switch box which has one cable that goes down from the TV, but you will need 6 cables to so yeah, there's ways to do it, but it's not as easy. USB-C is making that a lot better, thankfully, so that will be much better as time goes on. We will get more to that. So just a fun little point to that one. By the way, we are along the St. Lawrence River, and that is Ile des Sœurs over there. That's a new construction project that is going up, and I unfortunately seem to have forgotten the name of it just at the moment, but it is a very nice project, and it went up very quickly, so kind of impressive. But anyhow, um, so that's the point from yesterday's question. Can you consolidate cables? There are ways. One other thing I would mention, for those of you who have cables, especially on a desk or near, like on a bedside stand or whatever, something that I forgot to mention yesterday. There are these wonderful little sticky parts or sticky pads that have like a little, almost like a little pincher, just kind of comes up, and you can get them, and they tend to be very soft looking, very soft curves. They almost look like actually they kind of look like putty, but they're shaped a certain way in which you can put a cable into it. And I actually have one on my nightstand, which is multiple grooves. It's one piece of rubber. It sticks on the bottom, and it has multiple grooves and holes at the top, but thin holes at the top. And then you put your cables into those grooves so the wire can't kind of fall down. It's kind of a neat little trick. And I forgot to bring one with me because I'm outside. But if any of you want to see more, again, hit me up with a question or comment, and I will show that. Um, Today, smart homes. Are homes smart? No, they're not. They could be a good investment depending on how you want to play that. But the Internet of Things, or you hear about these smart light bulbs, these smart door locks, these smart, um, are they? Actually, if you're willing to put in the effort, yes, they are. They're absolutely fantastic. Um, I am currently in between smart door locks, because the one that I had was okay, but I have my issues with it, and I'm not, I think I can do better. So I am currently looking at the August, but that's an aside. Most of the lock manufacturers currently are making some kind of model, and what I loved about mine is that it came with a fob. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. A little thing that goes on your keychain. Very much like the new fobs that start cars. As long as you have it in your pocket or your purse or whatever, and you get near the door, it goes, oh yeah, well, you're you, so I'll unlock the door for you. Oh yeah, press the button, the car will start, but only if the fob is nearby. Well, my door lock had one, and all you had to do was touch the rim of the lock, and it would go, oh yeah, the fob's nearby, let me open that up for you. Or in my case, and I loved this one, um, my phone was the fob. So all I had to do when I came home, I didn't have to go fishing for my keys or go looking. All I had to do was touch the rim of the lock, and it would go, oh yeah, I know you. I knows you. I knows you. So it would open up for me. So that was really handy, especially when you have bags full of, arms full of groceries or whatever, and you just need to kind of just brush the lock. It was Really cool. Now, the one that I'm looking at is called the August, and the reason I like that one so much is a lot of these locks require you to change the entire lock on your door, which is not bad, but it means that if people have keys, those keys are no longer good because it's a brand new lock. If you like the lock you have the keys you have, and you're good with that, they have this one particular one that I'm very, very interested in called the August. The security on it is spectacular, and it goes only on the back, which means you keep your key and you can open and unlock. You can unlock the door and lock the door from the inside, but even better, you can leave the door unlocked and then say, hey, when my phone is away from the door, lock it. Or you can even go, hey, you know what, you know, why don't you come on over here, let me send you a key, and you can actually have a finite timed key. So you could say this key is good for the next hour or 2 hours, and it's really fantastic. And I've used this a few times, and it's great because then you come on in, make yourself at home. I'll be back in a few minutes or whatever. You know, you're not kind of just waiting there, especially in the rain. No, we don't want that. So yes, you can send temporary keys. You can actually have keys that work only on a schedule. So if you have a cleaning person, you can say, this key only works between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. So that might be great for an office setup or something like that. It's really quite neat when you get into these different kind of setups. So that's kind of fun. Smart light bulbs are all LED based, but they have the decided advantage of, instead of just being LED, you can control, anybody who's been to my place, you can control color, intensity. You can set up programs. You can even schedule the programs. So you can say, hey, you know what, after midnight, go down, dim the lights down. You know what, when we're watching a movie, dim it down. In fact, actually, when it came to movies, I actually had one light strip set up so that it would follow the general light of the movie. Yes, that does exist. It's very cool. So you can actually line the back of your TV with these lights, with this light strip, and then as the movie plays, the light on the wall will be the same color as the general tone of the movie. It's quite cool. It's a real experience. It's very neat. Are these things expensive? The door locks are usually somewhere between $200 and $600, with most ranging in the $250 to $350 area. Most. There, of course, are the deluxe bonus locks, so you can totally go with those. But they are made by really, really good lock manufacturers. So you have the names you already trust, like Weiser and those. So those are fantastic. The light bulbs, there are many different types. I personally use the Philips Hue series. I very, very much like the Hue series. And because I've kept it all within the Hue series, like all the lights are Hue based, I really have a lot of leeway when it comes to the programming and how these things work and interact. And you can even, and yes, you can, when you have those location services turned on to your phone, mine, for example, goes, oh, you're home. You've come from far away. You are getting close to home. Let me turn on the lights for you, which it does do, which is really, really fun. So when I get home, the lights are never, it's never a dark apartment. I can always turn them on. I can change them from the door, but I mean, seriously, I don't even have to. It's programmed to do it when I get home. And if somebody is already home and they are already on, it will not change them. It's smart enough to know, well, why would I turn them on if they're already on, right? So that's a lot of fun. This is just some examples of some of the smart home stuff. You know what? There's so much, so much more. There's smart machines, smart fridges, smart washer dryers. We can talk about smart appliances in another episode. I just wanted to kind of tell you about some really nifty stuff. And for those of you who want to know more, my email's been here the whole time. This is mirrored for me, so I gotta figure it out. So yeah, my email's been here the whole time. So go ahead, shoot me an email, hit me up in the comments, catch me on Facebook. By all means, I love talking about this stuff. So I think you guys have noticed, 40 odd days in. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see you tomorrow live at 6:45 for Not Technically Perfect, and I will be happy to see you then. And I look forward to seeing some comments and questions. Thanks so much. Catch you guys tomorrow.